Let's be honest, trying to manage relations with a trade union can feel tricky. It's high stakes, it's complex, and it can feel like you're walking on eggshells. But what if there was a way to turn all that potential conflict into a really productive partnership? Well, today, we're going to break down a blueprint that does exactly that.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The starting point for any of this, especially in Malaysia, is just the massive challenge of compliance. You're dealing with a whole web of legal stuff and practical hurdles that can trip up anyone, even companies with the best intentions. And when that happens, you're looking at costs you didn't see coming and some seriously damaged morale.
And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not just about, having a union. It's about making sure every single little thing, every interaction, every rule, every process is perfectly aligned with the law. Because if it's not, you're leaving yourself wide open to some pretty big risks.
And here are the big ones. Of course, you've got the legal troubles, which can mean fines or nasty disputes. But honestly, just as damaging are the human risks. When communication just completely breaks down and you get that us versus them culture. Or when negotiations hit a brick wall. And then there's that deep-seated mistrust that can poison the relationship for years.
So, how in the world do you get through all of this?
Well, the proposal we're looking at lays out a super clear 5-stage blueprint. It's a model designed to take an organization from a place of risk and confusion to one of clarity, collaboration, and, you guessed it, compliance. Let's take a peek at the map. Now, what's so cool about this is it shows us the entire journey in one simple visual. This flowchart is basically our strategic roadmap. You see over on the left, you've got the inputs, all the legal checks and risk management. And on the right, you see the outcomes, real engagement and clear roles for everyone. It's a system, not just a bunch of random reactions. It's all about being proactive instead of constantly putting out fires.
You can't build a strong house on a shaky foundation, right? Well, a plan like this is no different. The entire thing, everything that comes after, depends on getting these first 2 stages absolutely perfect. This is where all the important groundwork gets done.
So, here's the key. You have to start with the facts. Step 1 is a really deep dive into the union's legal standing. Is it even registered properly? Are its rules totally compliant? It's like a full audit. And only then do you move to step 2, which is strategically planning how you're all going to talk to each other. It's about designing the communication before the conversation even begins.
And the legal bedrock for this whole process in Malaysia? It's Act 262. Everything in that first stage is checked against this law. This isn't about feelings or opinions. It's about what the law actually demands when it comes to union registration, their internal rules, how they handle their money, and the rights of their members. Getting this right is absolutely non-negotiable.
All right, so once that solid, legally sound foundation is in place, the blueprint shifts. We move from just assessing things into real action. This is where the plan really comes to life as a process of actual dialogue and getting things done.
I gotta say, I really love this part of the plan because it's so fair. Stage 3 isn't about giving one side an edge over the other. It's about empowering both sides. Management learns their legal duties and how to work together in good faith. The union learns their legal rights and how to represent their members effectively, all within the rules. It basically creates a level playing field built on shared knowledge.
And then we get to the most critical part, the negotiation. In Stage 4, an expert comes in to act as a neutral guide. Think of them as a facilitator. They help both sides get their positions clear, they keep the meetings productive and on track, they help draft the actual agreements, and they even handle the formal stuff with government departments. It's all about making sure the process is fair, focused, and legally solid.
And if you're wondering just how deep and rigorous this all is, just look at this number, 192 hours of expert consultation. Wow. This isn't a quick chat or a simple fix. We're talking about a comprehensive, hands-on process that's designed to cover every single detail, from that first legal check all the way to the final signed agreement. It really shows you how thorough this approach is.
The goal of a plan like this isn't just to solve one problem or sign one agreement. The final stage is all about making sure that progress actually sticks. It's about building a sustainable system for a positive long-term relationship.
So, at the end of a process like this, what do you actually walk away with? You get real, tangible assets, a detailed report proving you're legally compliant, a formal plan for how to engage with everyone from now on, the actual materials used to train your teams, the negotiation documents, and finally, a report that gives you a clear roadmap for the future. It's a complete toolkit for success.
And that really just leaves us with this final thought. Managing union relations doesn't have to be this reactive, conflict-filled mess. By using a structured, transparent, and expert-led approach like the one we've just walked through, it can actually become a proactive partnership. So the real question is, are you prepared to build one?